Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great day of SSL Soccer. My name is Zenlos, and I'm coming at you live but quietly as we present some more D1 action. Matchday 8 is today. We saw some wild games in Matchday 7. I was very vocal in the Discord that the Buenos Athênai game that closed out Matchday 7 was particularly, I believe the term I used for it was on drugs. If you have not seen that game, I highly recommend to watch. But to get to today's game, we have a very interesting set of matches today, including a 2-3 matchup, a 1-7 matchup, and a 5-6 matchup. So that 1-7 matchup is the first game that we will see today, as it is Seoul Mythic versus Tokyo. Seoul sitting 7th in the table at 3 points, negative 22 goal differential. Tokyo sitting first with 16 points, a plus 14 goal differential. We are now just starting the second round robin, as we are officially over the halfway point of the season. It's been a great season so far. Hope that the second half is as good as that first one was. And we'll see if it is, as we see Seoul lining up in a 4-4-1-1. Interesting. Tokyo is lining up in a 4-3-3. I'm getting better at this. You see, there's a live look at our table right now. Tokyo only ahead of Hollywood on goal differential, but granted, it is by a lot of goals. It is by 8. So, they want to keep pace today as they take on Tokyo. Here is Doug over to Paul. I'm sorry, as they take on Seoul. Tokyo's not taking on Tokyo. That'd be ludicrous. Doug over to Human. Over to Tenderloin, to Man, to Paul. We're playing a little bit of triangle shot, and that's all we're going to get to see for the moment. As we have a throw-in from Nessie. Nessie going for a soggy, but no. Nothing doing. Neuer takes it out. Rise looked to get right in the middle of it all, but couldn't get there fast enough. Tokyo will take the interception, though. We have Soderberg going over to Shinji Kaido, who sat in Tokyo's last game, despite being at the top of the Golden Boot leaderboards. That has since changed. There's Rashford over to Touchette, to Nessie. Back to Soderberg, and that's all. Alright, here we go, back in the 9th minute now. Shinji Kaido going back to Nessie. Nessie outpaces Paul, just goes right past him, goes over to Miko Rashford. Goes back to Nessie, goes for the cross over to Hayden, who's in front of the goal, and Neuer dives. They can't get a clean shot off. And now the first half starting to go by. We're at the 23rd minute. As we have Asaki going over to Kaido to Rise. Rise fires. Saved by Neuer. And we've seen a whole lot out of Tokyo already. We've not seen anything offensively out of Seoul. Will that be changing? Well, not yet, because here's Rashford taken into the box to Hayden's, turned aside by Neuer. And here's Nessie on the corner. Headed, but Neuer makes another save. Neuer is on the ball today. 40th minute now. Here's Rashford. There's just all these Seoul people just stacking that box, and that's off the post. It makes me wonder if Seoul is just playing for a draw here and just not even planning to do anything offensively. As I don't even know if the ball has reached Tokyo's side of the field. There we go. And it's back off of it. No, Ryan picks his pocket, gets it over to Holmberg. Aloisi, Kennedy, man. Over to Ryan, over to Holmberg again. Here's Visser. Rise, Kaido, Rashford just trying to find some way in. Caleb Hayden saved by Neuer. And we're not quite at halftime yet. Here's Nessie. On the throw-in, going for the cross. It's headed and in from Sky Rise. It looked like Neuer might have gotten his hands on it. But not good enough. It is 1-0 Tokyo. And now what is Seoul going to do? Oh, I think it just went above Neuer. And now take us to the half. A very critical stoppage time goal for Tokyo. Puts them up 1-0 at the half. 12 shots to 0, 6 on target to 0. Neuer's doing his best out there, but it is just... There's been no offensive pressure. Seoul has just been electing to park the bus. Second half starts off very similar to how the first half did. Tokyo's already in the zone. But just look at all of those Seoul players just standing in front of the goal. Go to Nessie. Intercepted by Aloisi. Here is Nessie on the corner. It's going to be headed, but no, out of play, goal kick. Only 22 degrees Fahrenheit here today. Very cold day in Seoul. Skyrise goes for it again, Neuer. What a job snatching that out of the air. So we now see Seoul. Going to Kennedy to Ryan, over to Man. No, intercepted by Rashford, going to Skyrise. Skyrise fires, it's off the post, cleared out by Tenderloin. Nessie with the throw on the Soderberg, over to Kaido. Kaido fires, and that's way wide. That was so wide it could have taken up a 5-lane highway. Here's Nessie taking it up the side again, over to Rashford, taking it into the box. Shinji Kaido blocked by Kennedy, recovered by Aloisi. Aloisi takes it over to Okocha. And if Seoul is going to get a point out of this, they have to make something happen. So here's Neuer going out deep. But Touchette's just there. I'm sorry, I can't. Oh boy. Here's Visser, got past all the men. Takes a shot, but it's saved. Time's starting to run out very quickly. 87th minute. Here's Rashford. Rashford goes over to Nessie. Nessie PK fires in over to Rise, but saved by Neuer. Stoppage time now. Only 1 minute stoppage time. Here's Nessie on the corner. Headed, snatched out of the air by Neuer. And Seoul's only got about 10 seconds left. They need to make something happen. Neuer can't sit here and hold this. He's got to go out deep. He's got to take a shot. They don't... Well, we at least made Rube move out of the goal. That's all that's going to happen. As Tokyo takes a 1-0 victory over Seoul. And you see there were some good performances on Seoul's defensive part. Doug, Holmberg, Ryan, Kennedy, Paul, Neuer, all pulling good match scores. But they unfortunately let one shot in And when you park the bus this hard, if one shot goes in, that's it. There's really no coming back from it. Nessie the 7.9, Rise the 8.0. 82% possession for Seoul? Am I reading that right? What? %82 possession. And not a single shot recorded. What? I'm very confused. Val, I wish you were here. Let's go close the book on that first game. We're going to go to our second game, Hollywood versus Buenos Aires. This is our 2-3 matchup. As you see, Hollywood is currently sitting second with 16 points plus 6 goal differential. Buenos Aires sitting third with 13 points plus 3 goal differential. And Buenos Aires is coming off of that very exciting match from the last match day. Hollywood coming off of a win versus Inter London. So, both teams showing some good form of late. Will they be able to keep it going? Well, we'll find out when we come back. And we are back. As we're getting into this game, we see Hollywood coming out in a 4-3-3. Buenos Aires comes out in their own 4-3-3, but a bit wider. Wide at the wings. So here we are. We are 2 minutes into this game already. As Knight has his pocket picked by Valor. Over to Gerard, looking for tiki-taka, looking to get on the board early. Ricky Bobby, blocked. It's blocked by a lot of people. There's pinballing happening. The ball stays out. Here's Possible on the throw-in. Headed away by Of Katarina as Taka was looking for a header shot. Gerard curving it. But nothing doing there. Possible to Lin Kwai. Over to Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby, the tiki-takas, fires and scores. And Hollywood is already up 1-0 in the 5th minute. Possible passes it over to Bobby. Bobby to Taka. Taka has the wide open shot. Oakdown can't react fast enough. You're going to see a tight offside here. Ooh, those lines are close. But here's Knight on the throw-in. We go over to Imotali. Knight going for the cross. Franco Torres. Franco Torres equalizes. Maybe a minute later. What a shot. What a cross. Heretic doesn't even move. And we have ourselves a game. 9th minute. Oh, God. Everyone's so aggressive today. Rowing in the 10th minute. Hollywood is threatening again. Here's Gerard headed away. Picked up by Liang Kwai. Just back Jarrah. And now, the game has kind of calmed down a little bit. 24th minute. Possible on the throw-in. Pocket picked by Torres, but then challenged away. Calavera going forward to Amotali. Going to Vandersloot. Vandersloot takes it to the back line. Off of Gerard. Costanza keeps it in bounds, but it ends up at the feet of Knight. And then it'll be cleared out. Here is Tiki Taka. Going forward. Oakdown dives. Is chipped by Taka. And that's going to be a 2-1 Hollywood lead. Taka just runs it past everybody. Oakdown dives forward. Taka just chips it. Broke out the old sand wedge and chipped it. That's a 2-1 lead for Hollywood. There's Oakdown off the goal kick. Going out deep. Looking for Gorkov. Gorkov got the header, but Juricic recovers it. As now here's Impossible. Taking it to the back line. Going back for Valor to put Nesca. Who goes back to Possible, who heads back, right back for that back line. Goes back to Juricic. Put Nesca. Valor, covered by Vandersloot. Gerard, covered by Knight. Goes for the cross, looking for Ricky Bobby. He can't get it. Recovered by Possible. Bobby does a little back heel kick. Put Nesca to Bobby to Taka, and that's a hat trick for Taka. Tiki Taka picks up a hat trick in only 27 minutes. Some great passing around by Hollywood to find Taka, who got past of Katarina. It's 3-1 Hollywood. Ooh, here we go, another tight offside. Those lines are really close. But Taka baits of Katarina to keep him onside. Here's Juricic. As Buenos Aires is trying to pass it around, they get it over to Ask Jeeves. Goes back to Guevara. Jeeves hanging out around midfield. Gorkov brings it back across. Buenos Aires just having trouble just getting it across the midfield line. Here's Knight over to Vandersloot to Calavera. Calavera going back to Knight. Vandersloot breaks free a little bit, gets to the box for John Franco Torres. It's off the post. Picked up by Impossible. Torres had it, but he just went a smidge too wide and banked it off the post. And we go to halftime with Hollywood with a 3-1 lead off of a hat trick by Tiki Taka. Oh boy. Doesn't look like any substitutions are coming in for the second half, so we'll be running it. As is. Here's Gerard. And that's headed in by Ricky Bobby. Right out the gate. 57th minute. Bobby gets the header off the corner. And you don't really get more Hollywood than that. Here's Ask Jeeves on the corner. That's headed away by Juricic, picked up by Vandersloot. Vandersloot, has dribbles it a little too hard. Valor takes it, and now Hollywood in possession again. They take it past midfield. Intercepted by Knight. Knight goes back to Vandersloot. Over the Calavera. Torres to Tali, over to Gorkov. Gorkov takes it over to Jeeves. Jeeves trying to get past Ricky Bobby. They get it to Gorkov again, who passes to nobody. Absolutely nobody. Just picked up by Hollywood. Like a lost puppy. And here's Tiki Taka again going for number 4 and gets it. Tiki Taka, his 4th goal of the game. And it is 5-1 Hollywood. Jirchuk going to Bobby. Over to Taka. Another tight offside. Another. Ooh, those lines are really close. Corner kick. Over the bar. Will be a goal kick to Buenos Aires. Here's a throw-in for Hollywood. 66th minute. Bobby almost heads it. Stands over to Valor. Hollywood's playing a little bit of back and forth. Go over the lane wide to Tiki Taka. Taka going for number 5. Oh my god. I cannot believe that went in. How far out was that? It's 6-1 Hollywood. It's 5-1 Tiki Taka. I mean, Taka just lets it rip from... that has to be, what, 35 yards out? Bounces off of Oakdown's shoulder. Like, I don't know what else to say about this game. I won't have to say much about this game anymore, as it is over. Hollywood wins 6-1 off of a 5-goal performance from Tiki Taka. Absolutely insane. Let me update my standings here, because that's going to do wonders for Hollywood's goal differential. That puts their differential up to 11. They're now only 4 behind Tokyo. Meanwhile, Buenos Aires, their goal differential drops to -2. So they have some work to do. But luckily, you know, drop zone isn't a concern. At least at the moment. 10 points clear of that, but that is a rough game. But at least you know that you're done with Hollywood for the year. So, there's always that. Silver lining. Hollywood is inevitable. So we go to our third game, Catalunya versus Inter London. Catalunya sitting 4th in the table. 12 points, plus 5 goal differential. Inter London sitting at the bottom of the table with only 2 points and a -7 goal differential. It's been a lot of close losses for Inter London this year. Haven't picked up any wins, just draws, and their 5 losses have only been by 7 combined. So just not been the ideal year at the Boris Johnson Party Dome. Let's see if they could turn that around today against a Catalunya club that can now jump into the top 3 with a victory today. So we'll see what happens when we come back. Alrighty, everybody, we are in Catalunya, coming out in a 442 narrow diamond, as in London is also coming out in a 442 narrow diamond. So, excuse me. Live look at our updated table. A lot of movement that could be happening here. And we are underway. Pinkman going over to McGurk to Jerry. Jerry going back to McGurk to Ruma. As London trying to take it slow and steady outside, out the gate. See if they can move the ball forward. Jerry gets it over to K. Clements. K. Clements fires, saved by Gunnarsson. And we're going to have a corner to be taken by Jerry. Jerry curls the corner, looking far post for Okamoto. Oh no, Clements, I'm sorry. Yarvinen gets around Yore. Yore goes deep. Here's Okamoto. Okamoto fires and scores. Try on Okamoto. 1-0 Catalunya in the second minute. Oh boy. Yarvinen just runs past Yore. Okamoto gets past the bar. Puts it in. Yuboa ain't stopping that one. Here's Vins. On the throw in the Staines. Takes it to the back corner, over to Wesley Staines. Vins again takes it to the corner, looks for the cross. Deep cross to Muller, who goes for the... tries to get it back into the box, but it's going to be a goal kick for Inter London. The forward kicks it back to Yuboa. Yuboa tries to go deep out to Jerry, but can't win the header. Roger Rising, good block by Dives in a lot. See the goal kick from Gunnarsson. Here's Juliusson. Clements tries to get in the middle of it, forcing him to do something. Millar takes it off the chest, but Okamoto recovers it. So, Catalunya going on the attack again. Here's Busquets forward to Mueller. We go over to Yarvinen. Yarvinen. Goes to the cross. It's headed away by Ruma. Good block by McGurk. Jerry tries to recover, but no. Vincent requires... Oh, Busquets! It's saved by Yeboah. We're going to have a corner to be taken by Vins. Going to be headed away by Howd. There's Vins again, right on the outside of the box. Staines in the box. Busquets fires. It's saved, but Yeboah can't hold on to it, and then that's going to be an offside on Dogwood Maple. Yeboah booms it out deep. It goes only to Yarvinen. Ooh, dives in a lot, gets the ball off the line. Now time's starting to fly by here. In this first half. Over to Busquets. To Staines. Vins with his own zip code. Goes to the cross, headed away by Howd. Dives in a lot. Alright, over to DeFleur. DeFleur taking it up the side. Floor over to McGurk. Over to Clements. Clements fires. It's turned aside by Gunnarsson. Corner kick for Inter London in the 37th minute. To be taken by Jerry. Jerry looking far post, but Fist heads it away. Dives in a lot, unfortunately dribbles it out of bounds. That's a throw-in for Catalunya. Vins on the corner here. In the 40th minute. Headed away by, dives in a lot. Picked up by Jerry. Who's trying to outpace Staines. Staines just takes the ball from him. Passing it around, and there's an open shot by Rising, but just too wide. Here's Fist. Forward to Vins. They go for the cross. They find Dogwood Maple. Back to Vins. Over to Staines. Busquets fires. Blocked by Pinkman. Recovered by Järvinen. Järvinen going around the box. And no, that's going to be a corner kick after it goes off of, I think, the floor. Vins on the corner. Headed away by Millar. 43rd minute. You're on the free kick. Nothing doing. 1 minute of stoppage time. Yeboah. Off the goal kick. Is Rising. Over to Järvinen. There's a whole mess of people up in the box. Ends up almost cleared out. Just 10 seconds. Ooh. And that's going to take us to the half. Catalunya up 1-0. 15 shots to 2. 4 on target to 2. Credit to Inter London for having both of their shots be on target at least. But this game is very Catalunya favored right now. We'll see if anything changes at the half when we come back. So we see Sherwood and the flop face coming in for Staines and Okamoto. No changes on the Inter London side. Järvinen takes it up the sideline. Tripped by DeFleur. More of a free kick. Taken by Vins. Headed, but no. Or goal kick. Here's Sherwood. Going back to Fist. Over to Vins. Vins going for the cross. It's headed. Saved by Yeboah. Pinkman going forward to K. Clements. K. Clements. No. Clements is offside. Here's Ruma off the free to Jore. To Clements. Fired. Blocked by Juliusson. DeFleur picks it up after the missed challenge by Järvinen. Jore goes for the cross. Headed away by Fist, who beats Jerry for the header. Here's Vins on the throw-in. Jerry clears it out. They find Vins again. Back to Sherwood. That's back to Fist. Catalunya resetting. As Mueller fires, saved by Yeboah. Vins on the corner. Headed away. Picked up by McFlopface. Outside the box. Goes back to Busquets. That's going to be a corner kick as it ricochets off of Yeboah. Here's Vins to take the corner. Going to be headed away by Dives in on. Over to McFlopface. All right. Header by Mueller over the net. Catalunya wants to get a point here. They need to get on the board. They need to at least get a shot on here. They need to do something productive offensively. Because right now, it hasn't been happening. And there's Brock Sherwood, who puts in a one-timer of a goal to put Catalunya up 2-0. You see rising over to Järvinen. It's going to be Sherwood getting his head on it. Oh, excuse me. I've been trying to mute myself for my coughing. I apologize. Here's Mueller over to Busquets. Back to Mueller. Only about 5 minutes left in this game. Juliusen goes deep to Järvinen. Over to Mueller. That's going to be taken by Vins. Towards the back line. And here's Jure. Going deep. And Vins, oh, that was a shot, but Yeboah parries it away. We get over to Sherwood. Over to Vins, back over to Sherwood. Vins goes for the cross. Mueller shoots, saved by Yeboah. There's Gunnarsson. Take it out. Going to be passed around. Only 1 minute of stoppage time here. Best to Busquets. Over to Vins. Mueller going deep for McFlopface. McFlopface manages to weave through 3 inter-London players. Maintain possession of that. We're going to go all the way back to Gunnarsson. Over to Vins. Over to Dogwood Maple. Picked up by Howd. And that'll do it. The game is over as Inter-London takes a 2-0 loss. And Catalunya picks up 3 points. That will propel them into 3rd place in the table. You see, it was just absolute dominance by Catalunya today. 25 shots to 3, 10 on target to 2. Just not a whole lot could get going on the Inter-London side. While Catalunya was just all over the place, very aggressive, very offensive. They pick up 12 corners. You know, you create a lot of opportunities when you can get 12 corners in the game. But Järvinen, man of the match, 8.1 player rating. And that's going to put a bow on that game as we go to our final game of the day, which is Sao Paulo versus Athênai. Sao Paulo sitting 5th in the table with 10 points, -1 goal differential. Athênai sitting 6th in the table with 7 points, +2 goal differential. Athênai looking for a very important win here with Seoul and Into London both dropping their game. That can really get them separate from the drop zone. They could be potentially 7 points above the drop zone with 6 to play if they can win this game over Sao Paulo. So, and whenever your points lead is greater than the number of games you have left to play, you know things are good. So, we'll see what happens when we come back. All right, and here we are, Sao Paulo coming out in a 3-4-3. Or was that a 5-2-3? Athênai coming out in a 4-3-3. Very wide at the top with the wings. You see our updated table here. And we are off and running on this final game of the match day. Vessenvitz looking to try to make an impact early, but nothing doing there. Here's Funyuns to take the corner. Remember, Funyuns, the official snack of the SSL. Hashtag not sponsored. Lexington shoot over the Funyuns, who fires. But misses, and that's going to be a goal kick taken by Anderson. Over to Funyuns. Vessenvitz over to Abrimovic, and that's going to be saved by Anderson. We are going to have a corner. Only the 4th minute in. Funyuns takes the corner, headed away by Lind. Picked up by Lexington. Lexington takes it out of the box. They go forward to Vessenvitz, find Newman. Newman finding Biscuit. It's blocked by Newport. And we're going to have a corner kick for Sao Paulo to be taken by Funyuns. And it's just going to be kicked away by Gintonic. But recovered by Sao Paulo. Funyuns going for a cross. That's going to be another corner kick. Here's Funyuns on the corner. 12th minute, and Newport just blasts it. All in all, decent start to this game for Sao Paulo. They haven't gotten it in the net yet, but they've been very offensive. Spending a lot of time on their opponent's side. Getting a lot of looks at the net. They're just not getting it in the net. Here's Anderson. It's going to be picked up by Lexington over to Vessenvitz. Vessenvitz to Inklin. Funyuns goes over to Anshaw, and that's going to be saved. Here's Stesenvitz again. Anshaw going for the cross, headed over the net. Stesenvitz to Newman. Anshaw fires, saved by Anderson. Lots of good looks for Sao Paulo. Here's D.D. Joker. Joker for the cross. Oh, and 44! But doesn't get it in. Joker trying again, but no. Here's Mayhem over to Matthew. Over to Anshaw. That's Anderson falls on it, but not punished. He's going for the biscuit. Another good save. The player is offside. Here's Ramirez on it. I apologize for the small visual issue that we just had. As we see a cross attempted. As here is Labovich. Matthew just kicks it back to his keeper. Takes it out over to Funyuns. Funyuns going back. We go back to Inquin, over to Lexington. Lexington trying to run it in. Get over to Funyuns again. Stesenvitz looking for Anshaw. Finds him. Anshaw just too narrow. That might... No, that's not going to take us to the half. Here's Labovich going forward to Gin Tonic. Over to Joker. Joker finds Labovich, who just taps it in. Could have walked it in. Scores 1-0 Athênai. Joker goes to the cross. Finds Labovich, who just got past Anshaw. And Athênai is on the board right before the half. And speaking of, there is a half. Athênai up 1-0, 12 shots to 4 in favor of Sao Paulo. 5 shots, 5 on target to 3 in favor of Sao Paulo. But score is 1-0 in favor of Athênai. So, very interesting game so far. We'll see what happens here in the second half. As I'm not sure if there are any substitutions coming in. Does not look like it. So, we'll get right into the second half. Here's 44. Leading us off. Gin Tonic looking for 44, but it's intercepted by Mayhem. Here's Lexington on the free kick over to Stesenvitz. Stesenvitz kind of rounds around, gets a good shot, but just misses the net. Just misses. And 1-0 it remains. cleared out by Lynn, but recovered by Lexington. Lexington goes inside, looks for Thessenvit. Picked up by Funyuns over to Thessenvit's, looking for Biscuit, but it's saved by Anderson. Corner kick, nothing doing. Will be picked up by Newman. Newman was looking for Biscuit, but couldn't find him. So here's Inclin going forward for Newman, but intercepted. Labovich intercepted by Sao Paulo. We cross into the 60th minute here. Matthew goes back to Lexington, who goes forward to Abramovic. Rounds Joker. Can't get the ball to Newman, though. Athênai playing a little bit of back and forth to Abramovic, saying, okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to run in the middle of it. They get it forward to Newman, looking for Abramovic. Abramovic gets an open shot, but it's saved by Anderson. I believe Abramovic is offside anyway. So now here's Anshaw. Oh, that's over the net. Like I said, Sao Paulo getting a lot of opportunities. They've had twice as many shots on target. They're just not finding the net. Here's another chance, but it's blocked by Newport. As we cross the 80-minute mark, there are only 10 minutes left in this game. Here's Labovich. Challenged by Inclin. Over to Anshaw. Anshaw goes forward looking for Abramovic, but no. Intercepted. Picked up by Joker. Funyuns trying to catch up to him, but can't quite catch him. Ooh. Cheeky shot. But saved all the same. As we have Fisher. Ooh, missed header, 44, clean shot, but no. Saved by Rage, and that's going to be a corner kick to be taken by Joker. Joker with the cross, and it's headed in by Henrik Lind. And that's a 2-0 lead for Athênai in the 82nd minute. Joker with a very clean corner kick. Lind goes up for it, gets it. That is a huge insurance goal. Here's Joker on the corner again. That's going to be headed away this time. Picked up by Coffee Biscuit. Goes back to Anshaw, but that's going to be intercepted by Ligmanen. Ligmanen goes forward for Gintonic. Here's Gintonic, he fires. It's turned aside. That's going to be a corner as we pass the 86-minute mark. That's headed away. Here's a throw-in from Ramirez. With a Gintonic, kind of tripped up by Newman, picked up by Inclin. Inclin going deep. They need a miracle here, so they got to go to Coffee Biscuit. Try to get something on the board. Blocked by Newport over to Labovich. Labovich goes back to Ramirez. Clears it out deep. Picked up by Mayhem, who's going to try to get it back into the attacking third. We cross into the 88th minute. Here's Abramovic. Fires, saved. Corner kick to be taken by Funyuns. Funyuns takes the corner. Lind heads away. 2 minutes of stoppage time on the clock. As we're in that 92nd minute. Here's Joker on a throw in the Fisher. Back to Joker going for the cross. Going to be yoinked out of the air by Rage. Here's Matthew. Just dribbles it forward. Be taken by Ligmanen. Now we are in the final seconds of this game. Funyuns goes forward to Abramovic over to Sassenwitz, and the whistle is blown. And that'll do it. It is a 2-0 victory for Athênai. We're now going to move up to 10th place, 10 points. That'll actually put them into 5th place with their +4 goal differential, as Sao Paulo drops to -3 goal differential. You see Thessenwitz and Mayhem, the best players for Sao Paulo. And, oh boy. When you take 20 shots to 9, 9 on target to 7, 2.05 to 1.48 XG, and you lose 2-0, that's a tough pill to swallow. Sao Paulo could have pushed themselves up into potentially 4th place if they could have won here, but unfortunately it was not meant to be, as Joker and Lind and Labovic all contribute for Athênai. So that wraps up this match day. And we will see if we're going to get a standings update. There it is. Tokyo still sitting at the top of the standings with 19 points plus 15 goal differential. But Hollywood is creeping up on them with that goal differential. 19 points plus 11. But Catalunya jumping up. Buenos Aires falling a little bit. Athênai jumps up. So it was quite the productive match day. We had a lot of movement. And a lot of movement's fun. We like when the standings aren't the same after every check. So, but that's going to do it for me tonight. If you stuck around for all 4 games, I very much appreciate it, as I always do. I apologize I couldn't bring the energy as normal tonight. But I hope I will be able to bring that again soon. And until next time, I've been Zenlos, and I hope you all have a fantastic night. Good night.